Libertas, the false so-called liberty of the Illuminati New World Order, those sons and daughters of criminals of the French Revolution, those who call themselves the Free Peoples, those who out of jealousy slayed their rightful royalty, robbed us of our crowns, and destroyed our once sovereign world only to replace it with the spawn of a lower star. Rulers only have half a brain, while we, the true Illuminated, see with both eyes. The Illuminati only see with one eye.
We sacrifice unto Mithra, the Lord of wide pastures, sleepless and ever awake, whose long arms, strong with Mithra's strength, encompass what he seizes, and what is by the boundary of the earth. And thou, O Mithra, encompassing all this around, do thou reach it all over with thy arms. He drives in the awfulness of royalty, saying, Who will offer me sacrifice? To him shall I in my might impart brightness and glory. To whom bodily health? To whom shall I in my might impart riches and full weal? To whom shall I give in return, without his thinking of it, the awful sovereignty, beautifully arrayed with many armies, and most perfect, the sovereignty of an all-powerful tyrant, who fells down heads, valiant, smiting, and unsmitten, who orders chastisement to be done, and his order is done at once, which he has ordered in his anger. For his brightness and glory, I will offer him a sacrifice worthy of being heard. We sacrifice unto Mithra, the Lord of wide pastures, sleepless and ever awake, a warrior who kills with the poniard. Bright are the ways of Mithra, by which he goes towards the country. We sacrifice unto Mithra, the Lord of wide pastures, sleepless and ever awake, a watcher fully awake, a chief in assemblies, listening to appeals, he of the 10,000 spies, the powerful, all-knowing, undeceivable God. For his brightness and glory, I will offer him a sacrifice worth being heard. We sacrifice unto Mithra, the Lord of wide pastures, sleepless and ever awake, for whom the Maker, Ahura Mazda, has built up a dwelling on the Hara Barazati, the bright mountain, where come no uncleanness made by the Devas, and he surveys the whole of material world from there, on the Haraiti Baraza. For his brightness and glory, I will offer him a sacrifice worth being heard. We sacrifice unto Mithra, the Lord of wide pastures, a chief in assemblies, with 1,000 ears, with 1,000 eyes, high, with full knowledge, strong, sleepless, and ever awake. We sacrifice unto Mithra around the countries. We sacrifice unto Mithra within the countries. We sacrifice unto Mithra in this country. We sacrifice unto Mithra above the countries. We sacrifice unto Mithra under the countries. We sacrifice unto Mithra before the countries. We sacrifice unto Mithra behind the countries. We sacrifice unto Mithra and Ahura, the two great, imperishable holy gods, and unto the stars, and the moon, and the sun, Baresma. We sacrifice unto Mithra, the Lord of all countries. For his brightness and glory I will offer unto him a sacrifice worth being heard, namely unto Mithra, the Lord of wide pastures. Yatha Ahu Vairo, the will of the Lord is the law of holiness. I bless the sacrifice, and Payir, and the strength and vigor of Mithra, the Lord of wide pastures, who has 1,000 ears, 10,000 eyes, a Yazata, invoked by his own name, and that of Rama Havastra. Hashem Vohu, holiness is the best of all good. Give unto that man brightness and glory. Give him the bright, all-happy, blissful abode of the holy ones.
Do not go, gentle, into that good night. Old age should burn and rage at close of play. Rage against the dying of the light. Though wise men at their end know dark is right, because their words had forked no lightning, they do not go gentle into that good night. Good men, the last wave by, crying how bright their frail deeds might have danced in a green bay. Rage against the dying of the light. Do not go gentle into that good night. Grave men near death who see with blinding sight.
The telepathic communication is the real danger to them, taking its kingdom back from the misguided lies. Rage against the dying of the light. On Marishi Sawaka.
Cazzo! Affanculo!
The quest for truth, once set in motion, takes on a life of its own, with the power to shape destinies and challenge realities. Perhaps one day the echoes of my stories will be rediscovered, sparking a new generation of curiosity and awakening the collective consciousness of the hidden forces that shape our world. Obi-Ichi. Frankie Traino, also known as Shigana Sensei, founder of Shindo Fushin Ryu Dojo.